Hello everyone and welcome back to another live stream here on twitch.tv/Asuma. And once again, the chat is full of bananas. We got bananas from Simon B4, Jimmy2901, QT413 Kitten, Dear Shemi, Mr. Pixel, Rombashar, Max Sikaizi, Bission81, Mayschool is here as well. Thank you for all the bananas, people. Interstellar Fish, thank you for the banana. Appreciate it. Also, we've got Simon here as well, Mr. Pixely, Space Bob Gaming, Duncan3242, Patrick Soup, and Fabian Forever. Thank you all for the bananas, peeps. Appreciate it as always. Hope you're looking forward to a stream. We got noises in my ear immediately. We have a new subscriber with Spank My Ankle, please. Spank My Ankle, thank you for subscribing. It's a crazy username right there. We've also got some resubscribes from IVDK97 for 3 months in a row. Tree here for 6 months, half a year, saying hope your neck is better. It's great. It's like 99% healed. Nick Plays 1995 for 4 months in a row. DS Lego for 4 months in a row. And Alex MC17 has subscribed. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Appreciate you all. Thank you for the support. I'm bouncing up and down and I don't know why. Why am I bouncing up and down? What's going on? What's going on? Is this how we start the stream today? Is that a ghost key? Is my spacebar ghosting? No. Oh, okay. I had to press it twice to stop it. Very strange. Welcome to the stream. Lanch says hi from a rainy Chicago. Hello from the U of K where it is nice and dry where I'm at. Hope the rain's not too bad. Sometimes I like it when it rains, and that's because I'm British, you know. Tree says your character is excited. That could be it. That could well and truly be it, right? So Classington says, what tea have you got? We got a strong English breakfast. Now, today I looked at the English breakfast and I went, do you know what? I need more than this. I need something that's stronger. So that's why we have the strong English breakfast. For days when English breakfast just ain't strong enough, but it's the taste that you're after. Hey look, the banner's popped off. What's odd about that is I've actually been in this area for well over 5 minutes. And whoa, hey! Ah, we didn't get there in time, did we? Oh, geez. Gotta be careful in this room. Don't want to lose track of the amount of these guys. Right, so we're doing this again. Yes, yes we are. I've got to be careful here. Dr. Creepster says, I just got here from Hypno's stream. Awesome. Did Hypno finish streaming or have you just popped over from his? Oh. Hypno usually streams beyond when I do, but the other day he raided me. It was very cool. Very, very cool. Sir Classington says, I like your style, X. Thank you, buddy. I like that you like my style. Oh, I hear angry shulkers. Something's shooting at me. Right, now what we want to do next, really, is this. This is the quickest way to do this bit. Aha, see? What did I tell you? Quickest way. And now we collect the shulker shells. I've been doing this a lot, man. I've been doing this a lot, and I made an episode where I give lots of tips about how to do this. X, are you going to reset the end chunks? I'm getting asked in chat from someone whose name doesn't appear. Sorry about that. We are not probably anytime soon. I don't know. Like, I was one of the people probably very keen to do it, and since we didn't agree to do it straight away, I came out here, and it's actually, you know, you've got to travel outwards, so once you get going, you kind of realise that if you're going to come out here and do this, you're going to be on a long journey anyway, so it's probably not the end of the world having to travel. Didn't we... Hi. Didn't we already come from one of these? Just trying to think. Oh, quick, before a bullet comes around and gets me. Okay, they're going to aggro... Ah, he got me. But what we will do is this. Bam. Oh, no. Don't shoot me out of there. Jeez. Right. I thought we had already come to a little intersection like this and picked a direction. Damn it. That's what I get for not concentrating, really, isn't it? Bam, you're dead. What did you do with max entity cramming, says Requutin. We turned it off. Since the server has always had it off, effectively, we're just going to keep it that way, you know? If there's another season of Hermitcraft one day, that'll just be, you know, whatever's vanilla. So did we branch off? Down below. I think that was the last one that we looked at. Okay, so the last place to go is all the way up there. And then we can backtrack. Which is cool. Let's read chat for a minute. That moment when X reads your message but not your name, says person with no name. I have no idea why someone's name sometimes doesn't come up. It's a glitch with the chat program I'm using. Minddraft says, hey X, it's the end of the world if you're in the end. Is it? Or is it just the end world? I don't know. End of world? I claim this name says, please don't die like Ren did yesterday. I tell you what, honestly, at this point, if I died, I wouldn't care. I've got so much good loot that... Ooh, I'd be annoyed that I died, because I feel like I figured out so much about doing this. Apparently not getting away from bullets is always too good. Yeah, I wouldn't be annoyed, because I've gotten so much good stuff out of this. Like, I've got tons of really good diamond armor from raiding chests. Oh, jeez, he closed... Oh, I've set myself on fire, haven't I? That's what I've done. Okay, right. Yikes. There's another one down there. I think that one actually teleported. There we go. Excellent. Just got to bat that thing away. When does the stream start, says Binfu. I think Binfu is having trouble watching the stream, peeps. Please let Binfu know that we're started. Peaceful Pro says, I don't have to watch a replay this time. Yay. Well, welcome to the stream. Glad you're able to catch it live. Live is always good, isn't it? It's always a bit more fun like that. Where's the ladder? There's just no ladder there. I don't know where it is. Oh look, there's shulker bullets outside. You know, there's always shulkers on the outside of the building, and I haven't found an effective way of like locating them fast and doing something good with that, you know, like conquering the area or whatever. Killing them all. How many shells do you have, says that Cyan Gaming. Dude, when you see how many shells I've got, you are going to cry. Because I've been hard at work with this. Right, there's going to be one all the way at the very top, I believe. Oh, you're helping me get up there, are you? Right, when he opens, he's going to get wrecked. See, told ya. Absolute wreckage. Boom. See you later, mate. Already dead. Cool. It felt like, on the way up here... Aha! Ooh, got to be careful of health when you do that. Yeah, it felt like there might be a shulker or two hanging around over here. Let's get in there. Ooh, no! Oh, failure. That's what I am right now, a stinky failure. Let's stand under here. Oh, look, there's another one down there that we can see, and that's where we're going next. So that's our next victim. Cool. And actually, is it? Yeah, we've done this bit, then we go the other way, we go over there and up here, and then it gets all kinds of complicated and we lose track of things. This place is extremely cool, I do like it, I don't know about you. I'm going to stand here for a second, we're going to catch up on some notifications. We have a resubscribe for 8 months in a row from Amplifier96 saying, always love to see your streams, keep up doing what you do. Thank you so much, and thank you for resubscribing, appreciate it. We also have a donation here from Huckle23, said, I heard in that you are getting into Bob Dylan. How did you hear that? I don't know how you heard that, because I do not recall discussing that with anyone. Maybe I did mention it on a stream. Also took me a long time, but I missed bus stations to the lyrics of the freewheeling Bob Dylan. Blood on the Tracks is also the best Broken Heart soundtrack. The documentary No Direction Home is great too. That sounds like stuff I would like to watch. I really love watching documentaries, especially about music and musicians. The pre-stream song today was Outcast Players Ball. I was actually watching the Organised Noise documentary, so that's why I chose that song. And yeah, that sounds like something I'd like to watch. But yes, the other day I put on a Bob Dylan record because he keeps coming on my phone on shuffle since I got a few of his records, put it on my phone, and I just really enjoyed it. It's funny because I know 10 years ago I would have turned my nose up at that, but now I don't really care much anymore for not liking things. I feel like if you're like, oh, I hate this, it's like, what a waste. Like, okay, you hate it. You get no enjoyment out of it. So now I'm much more like, well, why do people like this so much? What is there here that I can get from this? And I couldn't really tell you, other than I find listening to him kind of peaceful and indulgent. It's just nice and gentle and simple. And then his lyrics, though, they crack me up. Bob Dylan's lyrics are like, you know, the Joker met the priest on the bridge of fire as they waited for the boat that sails into eternal night. I don't know. It's all metaphors involving different people, like a Joker and a priest and the bishop and the prime minister and all these different things he goes on about. They go right over my head. Right over my head. We've also got a resubscribe for 2 months in a row from Hermitcraft saying, love the streams, keep it up, thank you so much, my friend. And 10 months in a row from Ivory Normal. Big thank you for the resubscribes. And Huckle again, thanks for the donation. Did I miss anything there? I just need to read that back later and pick out those songs and hopefully add that documentary if it's on Netflix. Because that sounds like stuff I'm interested in. Right, so let's get back to reading chat. Jeez, watch out. Oh no. Oh no, I'm a newbie. That's what I am. A big fat newbie. Okay, oh, it sounds like there's a lot of stuff popping off here. Bam, we got another noise in my ear. It's a resubscribe 2 months in a row from Endcraft of 11111 saying resubs. Yes, thank you for resubscribing, my friend. Appreciate that. Oh, we got a crazy room up ahead. This will require my concentration, as always. And I will show you how I deal with these rooms. So we're going to wait here for a second. And let's have a look at chat again. Mafak Plays says, hey Asuma, your videos are awesome and I'd love to get a shout out from you. I don't do shout outs, man. That's not my style. But thanks for tuning in. Epic Sassoon says, when I say honey, you say G. Honey G. Also love your streams. Keep up the good words. If you were referring to that girl who's on X Factor, as much as I hate X Factor, I caught the song where she covered Crisscross Jump. That's something I've got to play on a free stream song. That is such a great hip-hop track. It's obviously a commercial type of track, but it is so much fun. If you caught that, go check out the original. Caxio Music says, X, will you ever stop playing Doom or will you restart to Signed All Secrets or maybe on a harder difficulty? I think, Caxio, what I'd like to do, I'm not sure I want to replay it because it's a little bit time consuming. I would like to do other things with my time, but playing it through once is great. I want to do some multiplayer stuff and I want to definitely do more of the maps and more things that there are to do in the game. So there will be more Doom, I hope. Target Zero is here, resubscribing for 3 months in a row, saying I watch all of your streams from Hermitcraft and Hermit Pack. Thank you for being a huge inspiration. Hope that your neck is feeling much better. Well, thank you, my friend, for the resubscribe. The neck is better, definitely better. I'm still putting a hot water bottle on it, but I feel like all of the soreness is kind of worked out now, but I still want to keep it, you know, healing. Right, so it's time for X to concentrate on his surroundings. Here we go. Right, I need to get all the way up the top there and get up there quickly. Oh, that didn't work. Let's try again. And I've gone through the roof. We've gone through the roof, peeps. We are magicians. Oh, whoa, watch out for that. Right, now we're going to let them fight each other to some extent, and we're going to sort of intervene and try and pick some off like this. Oops, I got hit again. And then we'll go down and get all the drops later on. Right, and you just teleported exactly. Do you know what? They're busy fighting each other. Emeralds! I haven't seen any of those here so far. Do I want to take that? Do I want to take this? I kind of don't really need too much of what's in here. And then a shovel in this one. Cool. We're not going to come back up here. So, let me show you guys what I have so far. I'm going to take that and this. And then we're going to take some things out of these. That, you see, when I see nice swords like that, I'm tempted to take them. I think I'm going to take the diamond armor as well, actually. Okay, this is a partial amount of loot. Some of these have very good enchantments on them. Mending, unbreaking, protection. So, just a few of them there. Looking pretty good. Right, that's how many shulker shells I've got. And look at all the elytras and dragon heads. If you count the amount of elytras, you'll notice that I forget to go and get the dragon heads after. Which is quite funny. But there you go. That's just how my brain works. I do silly things like that. And we've got a load of shulker shells there. Cool, and I think we are now good to pick this thing up and go clear up the mess that is in front of us. Now, it takes 5 minutes for items to despawn, so we can't hang out here forever. We've got to concentrate on clearing the place up, and then, bam, after collecting all of the items. There we go. So there is a big flaw in this that the shulkers can fight each other, because this happens every time you go into one of these rooms. You move through it, the shulker bullets hit each other, and then it's kind of easy pickings. So as far as items go, I see some shulker shells over there. That's what we should probably do actually here. Uh-oh. Let's head back up, which has sort of been taken care of for us. Right. And we will get back to chat and we will get back to reading messages in a second. But as of right now, you can see clearly some concentration is required. Okay, so first set of shells, we've got them. The next ones are over there, I believe. And here as well. Hi. I see you there, hiding. Oh. Uh-oh. That's a lot of particles and stuff outside, is it not? And where I've done this, I've made a fatal mistake. Oh, jeez, we do not want to drop down now. Bam, we want to stay right here. So that's where we're going to next, just over there. Oh, almost made it. This is a bit mental. Why are there so many bullets? Why? What are you doing out here, man? What's going on? Oh, jeez. Getting hit from all sides. Well, now we've been sent back up here. I guess I'll have to wait. Maybe fire a few Shulker shells. Sorry, fire a few bow shots down there. Bam, like that. No, he dodged it. Deflected. Okay, so next one down. Bam. Right, and now what we've got to do is shoot these suckers and deflect their bullets. Nice. Very nice. Ah, this one got me from behind. Sneaky fella. Sneaky, sneaky fella. Right. We're going to pearl down. Oh, hit the bullet on the way. Right, again, check all the little slabs to make sure no shulkers. Shells have fallen on them and it kind of looks good, so now we go down here and that's it. How many did we get from that? 16 in total. That sounds No, that was bad. I shouldn't have fallen down there. I almost died because of my health. Right, so back to it. We got a resubscribe for 19 months in a row from SallyAnn123. Says keep up the fab streams, X. Thank you, buddy. 19 months, incredible. Thank you so much. And also 2 months in a row from Bertolio. Appreciate it, buddy. And 20 months in a row from Aphelion saying, oh my god indeed. Thank you for the continued support, my friend. Appreciate that. Approaching 2 years here on Twitch. How crazy is that? J Mactastic says, can you hold your bow in the offhand and still get the looting effect? You can, however, looting won't work on the shulkers on this server. We have set it so they always drop 2. And that's because we wanted to make shulker shells more accessible for everyone, and at the same time we wanted to do it in a way that seemed sort of fair. Now we could have made them drop 8 or 10, you know, which just doesn't sort of make sense when you consider that they they're a shulker box is like 1 shulker, right? That's what I'm sort of getting at. So that's the way that we've approached it. Okay, so we got some up here. I think this is just going to be awkward. Hi, there you are. Bam. There we go. Nice. We actually did that like a pro for once. Okay, so the next bit we want to go to is over there or over there. And this is where I just... Oh. Wait. Oh, yeah, we've done all of that. Yes. Ah, and we've got to go to that. So we'll probably go left first. This is where I encourage ender pearl usage. Like, just save yourself time. You're going to be here for a while in the city. Oh, where did that guy go? Hi. I think both of those are just teleported away for us. Aha, we've got another room with some loot in it. This usually has quite a few shulkers to deal with. And usually I struggle to deal with them. So we head up to the corner. And then wreck the guy in the corner. Ouch. And then try and deal with the bullets. And then deal with this guy. Herpy derp, is that a thing? Says Loraza. Yeah, when I'm streaming, herpy derp probably is a thing. Because I can be a herpy derp. Okay, we're going to pick this one. Actually, we might need it. Look at that, diamonds and a pick. Amazing. Okay, in goes those. And then we'll pick this up. Continue on our way. Right, we need some building blocks here. Super Steve 457 says, hey X, did you know that if you drop into the void with an elytra, then we'll get 3 shulker boxes? Dude, we get 3 shulker boxes if we drop into the void with an elytra. I did not know that. That's amazing. Jeez, I should totally do that. Does it work if I keep all of my armor and items on me? Or do I have to take those? I imagine it probably works if I have all of my items on me, right? Hi. I don't know, I'm waiting for your response, buddy. You're clearly a Minecraft expert. Bam! Die already! There we go. Right, so now we got the one on the other side to conquer, but we had some shulkers teleporting outside as well. Also, let's make sure we're picking up shells soon. We are. Herpy Derpy is only a thing when X stream, says Paper Cat. Well, there you go. It's been confirmed by a Paper Cat. If ever you needed proof, that's all the proof you're going to get. Bam. Right, is there any more up here? Kind of feels like there's some other shulkers hanging out somewhere. No, apparently that's it. Can I jump this gap? Oh, that was terrifying. Oh, hello. We found you. But do you know what? We're not going to bother because its shells are going to fall all the way down to the ground and we're climbing up this thing at the moment. Nice. Right, so is this another big room? No, it's just the one at the top now. So the best way to do this is to ender pearl. Bam, like that. Come on now. Die already. Ah, he hit me first. Very cool, very cool. Okay, so Badalama says you may need totem. Guru says no, only Elytra plus void equals Shulker glitch. Shulker glitch even. Google says open a Shulker shop to challenge Python. I am not going to do that actually. I'm just going to use all of mine for myself. Just Andy H says, woo, I'm back from another month. Drink your TX. Jeez, I need a tea reminder, don't I? It's been 20 minutes. This thing is primed for drinking. Endercraft says, I wish your streams were at 7 or 8 your time, because then I would be able to catch more streams. I mean, there is always replays on YouTube, but I like to participate in chat and help out and make clever comments. I can understand that, buddy, but I just stream when I stream, you know. I could push it back later, but I don't really see a reason to at the moment. This works for me. And the other thing is, if I stream later, then there'll be people who miss out who have to go. It's always give and take. Oliver says, hey X, loving the videos and streams, keep up the good work. Also, if you put shulker boxes in the ender chest, and then put your ender chest in a shulker box, you get even more space. I don't think you do, because you can put an ender chest in a shulker chest. Yeah, you can put an ender chest in a shulker chest, but an ender chest is just a means to connect to your ender storage, like it isn't actually there. So if you put a shulker box inside a shulker box, you get more, but you can't do that. If you put an ender chest in, well, you know, you can open any ender chest. It takes up a space, if anything. MC Dad Play says, vintage beefhead. I tweeted you the head drop, but you may have forgot. I don't know to what that means, vintage beefhead. I'm really not sure. Not sure at all. See, Monk Chris says, don't stream later, please. You see, if I stream later, other people miss out. So I just stick to my regular time. Keys Koki says, will you do a tutorial on how to drop 2 shulker shells? Probably not. It's really, really simple. It is really, really simple. You just need to learn how to use loot tables. I've already made some tutorials on loot table stuff. I'm terrified that I looked at that Enderman. And you can use your brain smarts to figure it out. It's so simple, honestly. Like, you wouldn't need me to do a tutorial just for that. Okay, so here we go. Let's jump into... Oh, did I look at him? I think I looked at it. That was bad strategy. Let's go like this. I need to actually hit myself. What's going on? There we go. There we go. Right, now up and around. And it's ages away from us now, which is just terrible. So I did that all wrong. Right, now... Oh, come on. There we go. That's how you do it. There's no Enderman there as well. I think it must have despawned. Nice. Nice. Hello. We came to get your shells. Open up. Special delivery. It's my sword. Okay, there we go. Right, we're going to break this wall here because there's always a shulker there. Ah! Damn it. Okay, we'll shoot. Since you're open, we'll shoot you with this. Oh, don't. Oh, you set me on fire. I swear they designed it so they ping back directly to you. Okay. Oh, you teleport away, do you? You're cheeky. Oh, no, we didn't look at you. There's loads of them in here. You're dead. You're wrecked. Whoa. Hey, what if they accidentally hit an Enderman? Oh, it makes them teleport away. Amazing. Now we know. Ah, come on now. This guy is getting destroyed. See you later. Cool, this is a good time to put down an ender chest. And let's read chat again. Don't forget Dragonhead, says that Cyan Gaming. Oh yes, we must remember to do that. Joba22 says shulker boxes contain shulker boxes. They can't. Well, that's what you're saying. They can't contain shulker boxes. Mending and looting. That's not bad, really, is it? But I think we're just here to pick up diamond stuff because we might actually use that one day. And we'll take the wings. We'll take the wings, man, because we want to fly. There we go. And what I tend to do is just load up this space, and then when that gets full, that's when we start loading it into the actual shulker box. So that was a thing. Is there anything else there? No, that was it for now. Coolio, we're gonna have to do some flying soon. Ebank says, do other mobs levitate if they get hit? I believe so, but Enderman will teleport away because it's a projectile. So we've got a resubscribe for 7 months in a row from Unliving Pyro. Thank you for resubscribing, my friend. Appreciate the support as always. JG says, are you going to make your way back this stream, or is it all going to be shulker hunting? I'm going to shulker hunt for the entire stream, and then that will be the end of my adventure, of which we've got tons of stuff. Athesiel says, assume a shulker boxes can contain shulker boxes via command. Are you just saying that because I've got a feeling it doesn't even work when you use commands? The MBT doesn't allow it to be stored inside. I was about to fly off then, and I remembered, wait, we've got one more thing to collect. The thing that I forget. If I'd have actually collected them each time, we would probably walk away from this with quite a lot of these. Okay, there we go. I imagine Cubfan must have made a mint from doing this. Like, I paid a lot of money. I think I paid like 32 diamonds for some of these, and now I've got loads of them. Right, what we need is ender pearls here. Are we ready to go to the next area? We look good. I got an arrow in my face, in my forehead. MA says T and Dragonhead. We got a T reminder from Ollie95XZ. I will have another sip of tea then. Toby Bennett says he got the picture. Did I get the picture? I'm not sure. Guru says ender chest in a shulker is plus 26 space. It's not, because the ender chest isn't actually inside the shulker box. The ender chest is like, it's like a floating chest, and you can access it from wherever you have the ender chest. So if I put an ender chest inside a shulker box, it just takes up an inventory space. It doesn't mean the contents of that are inside the shulker box, because it just connects to it. Andy Aini says, X, you should really tell Mumbo to start using shields, shulker boxes and ender chests. I could, but I'm sure I've made some pointers to him in the past. You know, some people just play the way they play and don't ever change up, which I'm guilty of. I can be quite rigid with the way I play as well, actually, so there we go. Actually, I need that right. It's time to fly. It's time for X to concentrate, peeps. No distractions now. When is next Hermitcraft episode, says Chris? It'll be tomorrow. Believe it or not, it is tomorrow. Right, time to fly. Time to get whacked. And let's do this. Boom. And then hopefully we'll spot something. I am not spotting anything so far. Right, next landmass is on our right, so we go up here. And then head in this direction a little bit. Rhino says, hey X, look forward to your content, look forward to see you post daily. Loved today's video with the tabs. Awesome, glad you liked it. Yeah, I really had fun recording that tabs video. If any of you have seen Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, like, go check out the latest video on my channel. It is hilarious. They have updated the game. You can now participate in the open alpha. You can sign up, give them your email address, and they'll send you a copy of the game, which is awesome. Look at that, we found another end city. So let's get this back down to 70. Oh, almost crashed into it. Let's start from the top here and work our way down this time. Oh, it's got one of those as well. I should have really done that first this time. Okay, let's go for it. Let's make sure we've eaten. And we've got messages, which I'll get to in a second. Come on. Boom, 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 boom. We need to be hit 3 or 4 times in a row for this to work. Oh, come on now. There we go. There we go. Right, go up high, 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 and then turn around and look that way. So we probably need about 1 more hit. Yeah, that's going to get us there. Perfect stuff. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Someone else in chat is saying, can't you put shulker boxes? I don't know where all this shulker boxes in shulker boxes comes from, because, like, if you just try and put a shulker box in a shulker box, it don't work. Yet people seem to keep saying that it does. It's crazy. Right, let's get this guy here. Oh, whoa. The bullets are flying in today. Calm down, young shulkers. We just want your shells. Right, we've got a couple of new subscribers on the channel. Let's drop down, grab that, stand over here, and say a big thank you to Ad Hoc Cradhawk for subscribing. Thanks for subscribing, buddy. Also, Heap of Blocks has subscribed as well. Appreciate the support. And we've got some cheers from Lil Conboy, who has thrown some bits at me. Thank you for doing that, Lil Conboy. Appreciate it. Thanks for the support. And this guy, should have got wrecked, but teleported somewhere. Let's see if he teleported up here. Sometimes they teleport to the outside, and when they do that, I kind of give up. Yeah, this guy's actually gone to where the... Don't want to look at you? Oh. I think he's gone to where the dragon head is. Oh, this is going to be a pain now, isn't it? Because they're underneath and they're shooting at me. Right, and I've got to bat that thing away. Let's get this before it becomes a problem. Then we'll go back in. Oh, I think I just saw it. It's like literally just under there. Right, quickly now. Grab a dragon's head. There is space in my inventory for that. Whoa, that made me jump. Ain't gonna lie. Right, so let's check out our loot. Emeralds again. Not really gonna bother with those. Oh, wow. Yeah, these are nice stuff to find. Efficiency 5 on a shovel. Dude, this is an epic raid. Look at this loot that we're getting. I don't mind if I do. Windlord says, bye X, gotta go sleep. I have an exam tomorrow. Good luck with your sleep. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. Hope you have a good one. Right, we will take this amazing loot and chuck them in here for now. I think we're going to have to open another shulker box by the looks of it. Because we've got 3 more bits to go in there. And then we've got all of those. How much space we got left? 1 more slot. And that's another shulker box filled up. Craziness. So much good loot. Toby Bennett says potions. I haven't been bothered taking them because I don't ever use them myself, really. I've not been in that situation yet, so I just leave them there. Coda Tune says, what is this song? It's written in the bottom right of your screen. It's Bureaucratic Celery Man. That's what we're listening to. Sir the Pickle says, love the music. No, what does it say? This music sounds amazing. Love it. There you go. Yes, it's awesome, isn't it? Pyro is cool. Very cool. Right, and in goes that. Then we take this, replace it with some buildy blocks, and off we go to the next bit. What do we want to do here? Probably want to use my boost bow. So we can go straight to the top. Ow! I bumped my face into it. Jeez. Now there will be... Oh, I made it teleport by breaking the block. There's a shulker just down there. But I made him teleport. GG. To where, I'm not sure. This is probably a better way to do the end cities, because they work a lot faster if you're making your way down. And now I've gone too far down, and there's lots of shulkers in this room. Right, we're going to stand back here. Bam, 1 for you. 1 for that guy. And again. Oh, and you are getting wrecked. Wrecked is what you're getting. All you want for Christmas is to get wrecked. Okay, let's hop over here. I hear something shooting at me from down below. That's probably the one at the entrance, isn't it? It looks like they're fighting each other on the outside. Ooh, diamonds! Diamonds and a pick. And then we'll take this. Actually, we'll put those in there first. Right. Quick, dodge that bullet. Oh, it got me, it got me. Shakuta says, hey X, I am a sneaky subscriber on YouTube and I just want to mention that I love your vids and I always stay tuned for what you're going to upload. It's always fun to watch. Hope you will continue for a long time. Whenever I watch your vids, I have a smile on face. That is fantastic. Thank you for letting me know. That is good to hear. Whoa, hey! Ah. Not so good. Not so good. I was all distracted by the message and stuff. JCOB says, come on, not time for Christmas stongs, yet still November. I'm one of those people. Like, I feel like, celebrate Christmas when it's a week away, you know? Not this blooming 3 months of... Like, there's a house down the street from me that set up their enormous Christmas decorations, like, at the beginning of November. And I'm like, really? Really? November? Come on. Like, you got a month and a half before Christmas. If not technically more. Oh my goodness me, there is so much going on here. We've got to wreck that guy. Ah! Bam. And he just teleports there. What a cheat. We're coming for you. Now you get the sword. That's what you get. Oh, jeez. There's a lot of bullets here. Oh, it's giving me bullet stress. If ever that were a thing. I'm going to go for that one next, I reckon. We got a new subscriber. It is... How do I read this name? RJ Arsenault 1101. Thank you for subscribing. Appreciate your support. Hope you're enjoying the stream today. Am I picking up shulker shells? I am. Good. We got 8. And it's soon going to be 10, buddy, when we wreck house. Oh, you've teleported. You've teleported over there, you sneaky. Oi! Now those shells would have fallen all the way down, wouldn't they? What's going on out here? Like, where is that coming from? Oh! They got me from underneath! Oh, that made me jump. Oh, it's another one! It's the worst when they're underneath. You might as well just move on, I reckon. So, actually, the next place to go to is just here. Can you see it? He's right inside. And bam, we got a noise in here. But we must kill this guy quickly. And, oh no, one of his bullets got me. We got a donation here from Ponybutt saying, I haven't been so exhausted and sore in a very long time. I blame you. But Pellini and Animals as leaders was amazing. Be jelly. I'm not the jealous type. I'm happy to hear that you went and saw them. That is awesome. I so hope the two of those come round to the UK and tour together. I'd love to see that. But what did I say? You got to go to live gigs. You got to find out if that's for you or not. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Pony. I'm glad you enjoyed it. That's awesome. And thanks for the donation. Appreciate it. Right, we've been to this side. We came from that side there, which means we just got to head down and then figure out where else we're going. Looks like a big old room here with some treats inside of it. We got a cheer. Someone has cheered, so I want to say thank you for cheering, but for some reason your name doesn't appear on the alerts, which I apologise for. Twitch, be twitching, peeps. It happens. Oh my goodness me. Yikes. There's stuff Oh, and out here as well. That's right. Oh, no. It's going wrong. It's going wrong, people. Okay, there we go. Let's get up here. Wreck this guy. Sweet. Try and just dodge the bullets or destroy them or something. Come on. Oh, right, we've got to go over there and do it ourselves, have we? Nice. Okay, that one down there might still shoot me. So let's check. Look at all this loot that we're getting. Insane amounts of loot. I know not all of it is actually that great. You saw the cursor vanishing there, but... Oh, do we actually have room in this now? Yikes, we're running out of room for all of our epic loot. That's a good problem, isn't it? That's a really good problem. I like this problem. Do we have dragon heads in there? Yes, we do. What else do we have that we could stack? Do you know what, the gold? I probably shouldn't really be wasting inventory space for that. Right, so what other ones have space? I believe this one has space. I'm still getting shot at while I do this. Okay, redstone in there. Which means we will take the shovel. Anything diamond I'm pretty much taking at this point. Right, only room for 2 more. Now that one's been filled as well. Very cool. JPZ says don't get almost killed like last stream. I can get almost killed, I just shouldn't get killed, you know. Almost killed is acceptable. Right, let's open up the landscapers kit. We're just filling up our things that are for other things. We're filling them all up now. Okay, so we can take those 2. And the diamond armour. And also we can put some shulker shells and a lighter in there. Elytra, as some people say. Very cool stuff. We can put one... No, we put both in there because we're going to pick this one up. Nice, well that's that little bit taken care of. Ollie95 says, X, just craft a new shulker box. I could, my idea was to fill up all the shulker boxes that I had and my ender inventory, possibly before we leave, right? Like if I do that this stream, then I'll start to head back, is the idea. Hi, whoa, 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 whoa. Can we see where that fella is at? Is that fella over here? Where are you, cheeky chap? You're right there. Oh, no, you're dead. See you later. It's moments like that where you wish you had... Oh, there's another one, is there? A magnet. I got a tea reminder here from Verizon Amiga. Thank you. I'll have another sip of my strong English breakfast. X, if you ditch some of your ender pearls, you have more inventory space to work with, and you can always get more from the enderman around. That is true. I already threw a few away. I could possibly throw a few more, right? Let's do that, actually. This is probably a bit overkill. The reason why I have so many of those, just in case I end up using a lot before I next go and farm things. Now, I think we already went to this side, or did we? I am not sure at this point. No, we came... No, we haven't been here. Because there's one of these guys hanging out. Actually, what I'd normally do here is throw the ender pearl. So I don't know why I didn't choose to do that. This will work, though. Bam, there we go. We've got a donation here, noise in the ear, from Rhino3756 saying, keep up the awesome content, man, you're amazing. Thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate the compliment and the donation. As always, the support is appreciated here. Thank you. I also missed, we got a cheer. We got some bits from Spank My Ankles, please, saying, take my bits, X. Thanks for all the hard work you do for us. No problem at all, buddy. Thank you for supporting what I do here. That name, though, Spank My Ankles, please. Just... Oh, I love some of the names people come up with. They're so funny. Right, we are down to this room. This is the entrance. This is where the entrance to the whole building is. So we've conquered another one. That means, bam and bam, you guys are going to get destroyed. And now you're going to fight each other. While I kill you. Whoa! Hey, that wasn't supposed to happen. You're supposed to be angry at one another, man. Jeez, that's so rude. I'm just trying to kill you, you know, and get your shells and make boxes out of them, put my items in it. KT314 says, what do you put in your tea? I was going to say a tea bag, but I thought, no, that's not very funny. I put in a little bit of soy milk, and that's it, really. Tea bag, a little bit of soy milk. I sometimes put in hot water, but most of the time I put cold water in, you know. No, I'm joking, it's always hot water. Goggles says, put the potions into a shulker box. I could do, couldn't I? But I don't really use them while I'm here. I think that would have been a better idea. Now that if I look back on all the stuff I could have picked up, just throwing them into shulker boxes would have been a great idea. We got a resubscribe for 4 months in a row from AliWally49 saying, hey, first chance I had to watch a live stream this month, relying on YouTube. Well, welcome to the stream. Glad that YouTube is there for you when you cannot make it. For anyone wondering, the second channel is where I upload the replays of the stream to. Notice how, like, that looks very worrying. That's not natural. That's a chunk that doesn't want to load. But we need to head in the opposite direction, actually, to get where we're going to. Armor's good. Everything's good. We don't need to do any repairs. We don't need more ender pearls. And we got a donation here, noise in the ear, from One Dead Groove for 2 months in a row. Sorry, did I say donation? Sorry, resubscribe for 2 months in a row, saying kick out the jams. Oh, excellent. Bonus shulker shells, because we killed that thing earlier, right? Plain Jane says making boxes from turtle shells would be weird. The thing you do in MC that are weird in real life. Yeah, but I bet you someone's made like a chest with their shell now. I can almost picture it. Or a chest that looks like a shell, you know? Right, this is going to be dangerous, because we're close to the void. There we go, that's that boost. That's that boost. Right, that's not enough boost. Right, we're heading in this direction now. That's some crazy boost. Up we go. Okay, now we're going to hold it here. And we're going to change our field of view. And then we're going to have a look. Keep our eye out. Eat some food. Don't die, possibly. There's nothing more terrifying than flying across the sky like this on a server that you generally lag a lot on. It is terrifying. Okay, up to there, 140. Bam! I must ka-cha and screenshot that. Ka-cha! You have been screenshotted. Evidence that there is a portal there. Sort of what I'm doing, really. I'm gathering evidence. We're snooping for info in the end. Right, and we got a resubscribe 6 months in a row from Stuberus saying, yo, 6 months. Thank you for resubscribing, buddy. Appreciate it. Not seeing any end cities up here. What about you guys? Phantom Shadow says, will you ever show your face to the world or YouTube, whatever X? I show my face to the world every day I go outside. So how about that? What's that mean, eh? Why is X being cryptic? Now, I got no desire to be a person of interest or whatever on the internet. Like this is all just, you know, avatar stuff. Master Camarosh says, hello X, just joined. What's happening? We are looking for an end city. Can you believe that's what we're doing? It's one of the only things you'll be doing in this situation when you're flying up high in the sky in the end. Plain Jane says turtle shell items used to be really common actually. Bam! Another one! Got to capture it. And oh, there it is. But it's like fur, it's super unethical. Absolutely. I think fur coats and stuff, you know, hunting animals for sport, disgusting. You know, like if it's part of some indigenous tribe's way of life to use the animals for skins, for warmth, I don't see any problem with that. Not at all, but wearing it as a luxurious item, disgusting. It's like, yeah, you go out there and be hunted and let someone wear your skin. Now that would be really creepy. So let's not go there. Stuberus says, person of interest, and that sounds like the FBI uses to keep up with certain people. It does, doesn't it? You know what I mean, though? Like, you know, like a minor celebrity type thing, you know? It's not what I desire. I don't really care for that very much at all. Never have done. Oh, come on now! Come on! Boost butt! That's the way! Arrows in the butt make you fly. Don't forget that, peeps. Right, I'm going to start flying this way a little bit now, which is south. I can't remember if that's the right way or not, but we're going to go that way. Brodowski says, people like to know the face behind their favourite personality. I know, but, like, it doesn't mean that you're entitled to know, right? At least that's how I see it. And also, I'm one of the people that just don't care. Like, you know, people I watch that don't reveal their face, rarely do I ever think, or does it even cross my mind, I wonder what this person looks like when I'm watching a video and listening to a voice. That's just me. Like, it doesn't, my brain doesn't tick over that way. Right. Rango Crooney says, hey X, can you do a small prank if you have time, please? Do we have time to do a prank? I don't know. We could fly back 20,000 blocks. That'll take us the rest of the stream. There'll be no prank on the stream. I'm messing with you. I've not seen an end city. Hollow Wiz says people might feel more attached to your videos because they identify to you facially. Yeah, but like, if they feel more attached to it or not, you know, that's for them to feel. It's irrelevant to me. It doesn't, you know, it's not like a priority, right? There's times when you're considerate of how other people feel, and there's times where you're not so much, I think. I don't know. Braden Hogg says, X, great idea. I'm going to stick a arrow up me Batoki on Christmas Day when his birthday, X. I haven't told when my birthday is. Okay, I don't like making a big fuss out of my birthday, so I don't really bother with it much. We haven't seen an NC in a while. Geomat says, I just picture X as a basic English person. Yep, straight out of the box, basic English person, no extra features attached. That's me. Oh. Right, let's get back there. Dude, I ain't seen anything in ages, man. Aha! Aha! Oh, it's the smallest one ever! We found the smallest end city you can find. That's actually pretty cool. This is the first time I've found one this ridiculously small. Oh my goodness me, I've got to turn off that Quake Pro. It was starting to hurt. Gary the Block says, when you fall down, use chorus fruit. I don't want to try that because I don't plan on falling down, but I think I know what you're on about. Maybe it teleports you back up to a block when you're falling into the void. Well, look at me. I look like a wreck, don't I? I look like a bad idea. X, are you ever going to do a face reveal, says Ed Killer. I think I've sort of answered that with the discussions of the last few minutes. I think I've pretty much covered that one. So there's going to be 3 shulkers here in total, Right, the one at the top and the two down the bottom. Oh, don't hit me now, because I'm going to get out of this place in a second. Oh, you guys got wrecked, except you didn't, because I haven't wrecked you yet. Hacha! Now you're wrecked. Stay away from that bullet. Get away! Ah! It's getting too close. Right, how are we doing? Still good, still good. We need some XP to repair our wings, but we're still good. So what direction are we heading in? West, south. We're going to go over this way. We'll walk there to begin with. Braden Hogg says, no, that is not an end city. That is a minuscule pile of purpur blocks. Pretty much, right? Farukan says, just watch Force's vlog on Minecraft, and if I am right, you will see X. Sorry, X had to say it. I've heard that one a million times. It's just a joke that people take for truth. Do you know, like, a lot of times in this world, people take things they hear as truth without fact-checking or verifying. That's a rumour that's been going around for ages. And I see someone mention it every now and then, and I'm like, yeah, it's just you've just heard someone say that and repeated them, which is a dangerous thing to do. Right. Okay, so, yeah, we're jumping off the edge, check. We're shooting ourselves in the butt, check. Oh my goodness me, I need more gain than that right now. There was a little cove under there, by the way, F2. Always take a screenshot of those. We found loads of those recently, and another entity, amazing, here we go. Luck says, do you know any songs from Brazil? I do, because I listen to Sepultura, who are from Brazil, and I got a few other bands from Brazil as well in my archive. Plain Jane says, I feel like we know enough about X to connect with him anyway. It's not like he doesn't tell us anything about himself. Exactly, exactly. Murray says, what? You can't trust everything you see /hear/read on the internet? Not just on the internet, in mainstream media as well. You can't believe everything you hear. Often stories are told with an agenda. Like, think about it for a second. How many times have you spoken to a friend, let's say, about another friend, right? Because this is what people do. They talk about each other. But they'll tell you something, and they're telling you something that wants to make you think something about the other person. Usually negative, right? That's a certain type of person that talks about other people. I've done it. I've been guilty of talking about other people. As I've gotten older, I don't want to do that anymore. I don't think it's right. But you know the sorts of conversations I'm talking about. People will talk to you with an agenda. They will tell you something about someone. So-and-so did this, they did that, you know. People are human beings, and 99% of us go around living our day-to-day, you know, being reasonable people. We're not terrible. We're all figuring out how to do this life thing. And yet, you know, you'll have these conversations where someone will tell you something, and they'll tell you it in a way where they want you to think or, you know, feel a particular way about this person. That's most information. Like, that was an example, but just think about it from now on. When you hear a story, when you hear information, a lot of the times you may see that there is an agenda with it, right? Like, there is, oh, you are hearing this information because someone wants you to believe a particular thing. Now that doesn't mean it's good, bad, or anything. Just think about the implementations of that when, you know, when whatever. Like, sometimes it might be bad. Jekko Drago says, people are human beings, X2K16. What I mean by that is that on the internet we dehumanize each other a lot. And dehumanizing can happen when, you know, like there's a political split in a country, like we've had recently in America. Like, people don't like this person or they don't like that person, and then they start to think of people who support that person as being the problem, right? Whereas the point is, like, we forget how much in common we have with each other all the time, you know? Like, I didn't really want to say one side or the other, but let's say, you know, from where I come from, here in England, Trump is generally the person who gets the bad rap. I understand why both sides can get the bad rap, but the problem is that the way people treat each other when they hear one person supports one side and one person supports the other side, you dehumanize. Like, at the end of the day, most of us probably want the same things, yet we see different ways of getting them. That's what I'm getting at. How did we get onto this? Where did this rant come from? I just started gossiping. I just started talking. Stuberus says, imagine others complexly. Hank Green. What an amazing quote. Stuberus, that's one to put in the quote book. I need to make a quote book. Image others complexly. I love that. I really, like, people keep asking me what's my favourite movies, and here's the deal, right? I love a movie called Demolition Man. That's classic. I've seen that like several times, but I don't want to name that one as my favourite movie, right? I want to tell you guys a movie that you're going to go watch, and you're going to walk away from it changed, like you have been given some substance, some wisdom. So a movie like American History X or Dead Poets Society, they come to mind quickly. But I feel like perhaps what I should be doing is starting up some little lists, and one of those would be a quotes list, because that's an amazing quote. I got a few more for you as well, actually. Salvador Dali, amazing painter. What did he say again? I'm going to terribly rephrase this, and it's going to sound stupid when it comes out of my mouth. But I think it was, those who don't imitate do nothing at all. So think on that one for a second. Those who don't imitate do nothing at all. And he could be saying one or two things, and I think he's sort of saying both. To me, he is saying that people that don't try don't do anything. And he's also saying that imitation and the idea that we, as the quote goes, stand on the shoulder of giants, is that when people say copying and things like this, like, in a way there's no such thing. Everything comes from a previous experience. So it's like he's saying that in order to become great, you know, in art or music or culture, you had to try to do something that someone else had already done first, right? Because you can't just conceive of a unique original idea out of nothing. It all comes from everything you've experienced. Barnaby's Unksy says, I need a quotes list. Asuma Void, yeah, he's quoted it. Blocky says, have you seen the film Arrival? I really enjoyed it. It's very thought-provoking. That's on my list to see it. There's a list I do have. I have a list of movies I want to catch. Because I hear about them, then you have to wait until they arrive on Netflix or they open at your cinema. Emania says, X, you sound like my English teacher. That's because I'm speaking English, man. Imitation is the greatest film if flattery. Imitation is the greatest firm if flattery. Greatest form of flattery. Yes, it is, Punk PK. It is a form of flattery. Arcus Craft says, do you like Greece? I love all the countries in the world. Like, I've got no reason not to, you know, hate on a country, really. And let's say there's a history of countries going to war with another country. Like, who makes the wars? You know, the people in charge, not the actual people of the country. It's always people with power with other powerful interests. Let's go down here. And I think, was this another small one, or are we in a big one now? I think we found a larger one. I am totally distracted. I do not know how far along we are with this one. Is that it? Is that all it was? Just that? Let's go all the way down and find out. Because I think that was literally it. That was, I mean, that was a few shulker shells, but not something crazy. Spiker M says, the cake is a lie. Is that a good quote? Someone just said North Korea, question mark. Yeah, North Korea as well. There are, like, if you learn about North Korea, you know, because you hear a lot of bad things about it, what you'll learn is it's the institution at the top, the power, the regime, that is spreading propaganda and controlling people. But the average person working in that country is just like you and me. Like, we'd get along because we're people. We're not enemies. It's that power system above it. That's the problem, not the people. That's what I'm getting at. So, like, you know, you got to see, like, yeah, North Korea has some terrible leaders and stuff, but they've got their country in a stranglehold, you know. The people have no rights to speak out against the authority. So those people are just like us, and we shouldn't see them as the enemy. That's what I'm getting at. Zadamax says, war ends nothing apart from lives. Great quote. Great quote. CK Amaron says, X, what is the most motivational quote / phrase you know? I was just told this one. The person who comes second is the first to lose. What is the most... Oh, it's repeated twice. The person who comes second is the first to lose. I'm not much for... I have to think about it. The first person who comes second is first to lose. That to me is a very competitive, like, state of mind. Like, I watched this fitness documentary about these CrossFit trainers, and they were like, none of them could handle being second. And I think I'm not like that. I'm someone to think like, do your best, try your hardest, and then walk away from it knowing you did good. If you come second, that's incredible. Like, I'm not one of those people to say, like, you know, second is an insult, or, you know, getting to the final of a competition and losing is terrible, it's the worst thing ever. I think that's like incredible that you got that far. I see it quite different. But for me, the most motivating speeches are probably in a song by Rollins Band called Shine. Look up the song, listen to the lyrics, where Henry Rollins says something along the lines of no such time as, how does it go? No such time as free time, no such time as downtime, all you got is lifetime, go. It's time to shine. And then he says it's time to shine, like, over and over again. He's saying, like, you know, when we talk about like having free time or downtime and stuff like this, we sort of devaluate time in a way. Now, it's an expression of phrase, but if you keep thinking in the language that you use, it eventually can change, you know, your understanding of it, so to speak. So we can devaluate our own time by calling it free time or time off or lazy time or whatever, right? And what he's saying is, no, the only time you ever have is being alive, like, so make the most of it, do the best you can. And I think that, like, the way he says it is really powerful, because it makes you realize that even, yeah, when you're tired and you just want to lay down, that can be a waste sometimes. Relaxing is an important part of being a human and being healthy, but like, how much of it? Do you want to lounge around, sitting around doing nothing all the time, or do you want to do something with your time here? And that's why I feel really guilty when I, like, don't do or create. And that used to be with music, and now it's with this, like with YouTube. Like, if I don't do my streaming or make my videos and have fun, like, doing this, I feel really guilty about, like my time. It's like, you're only going to be alive once. You know, you got this incredible opportunity to have fun playing this really crazy, amazing game, and do that as a job and have all these people enjoy it and have this experience. Like, make the most of that. Make the absolute most of it, because, like, you don't want to be old one day looking back thinking, you know, it ain't even about looking back and regrets, it's just about looking forward to me sometimes. Redstone says this quote is in a book burned by the Nazis in World War II. Those who begin by burning books will end by burning people. Yep, another great one. Because books are knowledge. Books are, you know, knowledge can empower people. Books can teach you so much. I really like reading. I've always liked reading. And I've started reading again. And I brought a few more books off of Amazon. And then I noticed that books cost like 1/10 of the price if you buy them in Kindle form. So I might get myself a Kindle one day if I really get into it. It would then be a good investment, I think. Right, I want to keep flying and read a message. 5 at 5 says, I am that gay guy. Well, used to, I will tell. I went to therapy and found out I'm bi. Wow, but now my family really hates me and I can't tell it to friends. Dude, I am going to finish reading your message. I paused my chat. I think I need to sit down on an island soon, so let's go over to this one over here. Keep it safe for now. Make sure not to look at any Enderman. And let's try and move out a little bit to the edge of it. Yes, where's your message there? I'm going to read the rest of it in a second, buddy. Okay, right. What's the rest of the message? Can't tell it. Now my family really hates me. Can't tell it to friends. And when people make fun of gays or joke about being gay, I feel deep sad inside. All I want from people in LGBT to stay strong, because it's our life after all. Dude, if I could wish you or give you any sort of comfort, it's that you'll always be welcome here in my chat, regardless of who you are, how you feel. Like, I mean, to some people it's a problem. To me, it's not. You know, sometimes you just can't explain that stuff, right? Another thing, by the way, is that sometimes using gay in like jokes and humour isn't really an attack at gay people, but sometimes it's an attack at manhood. Like, it's a way to like make some fun of someone's manhood. As I say, it does sound really odd, but maybe that's something to consider, is that they're not actually joking about gays, they're joking about being straight, to some respect. That might make sense to you, that might not. I heard that, like, someone explained that once in a really eloquent way, and now that now that this is in my head and I'm like, I think I understand that, I don't always re-express very well, you know. Anyway, this is getting into a deep stream. Sir Gillian says, why would you even care if someone is gay? It doesn't even matter. Well, some people believe it does. Like, they believe in marriage and the sanctity of marriage, air quotes. And, like, as much as I'll listen to people that have that sort of opinion and viewpoint, I really struggle to actually get it. Like, but, you know, you've got to respect sometimes that other people feel the same, a different way. Unfortunately, they don't show that same respect back, which is a real issue. So we're going to go in this direction. I've just realised that I've missed tons of messages. Oh my goodness me, so many messages. How far back do I have to go? I believe Misty Mountain Insmy resubscribed for 6 months in a row, 15 minutes ago. So sorry, he says, hey X, always glad to catch you live. Here's to another 6 months. PS, hope the neck is feeling better. Thank you so much. Thank you for half a year of subscribing. The neck is good. Neon Vin has resubscribed for 10 months in a row. Thank you so much. Thomas Grillo saying, hey X, have a cuppa on me. Thank you for the bits. Thomas has cheered. I appreciate it. We've got another donation here from Huckle23 says, there are three truths. The official truth presented by the government or the mainstream media. The subjective truth is what you personally get out of it and talk about it. And there is always what really happened. Very, very interesting. Very interesting that. We'll come back to that in a second. Appreciate the donation as always. So Gillen has subscribed. Thank you for subscribing, my friend. Appreciate it. I've got arrows in my head. Hope that's okay. We've got a donation here from Oggy saying, in this day and age, nothing is new. So the quote, good artists create, great artists steal. Pablo Picasso. I'm not so sure I like that quote too much. Good artists create, great artists steal. I feel like you need to think that one over, because that's got like a bit of a negative connotation with the word steal. But appreciate it. We've got a donation here from a mysterious person called Reki Avalon. Does that sound familiar to anyone? I don't know. Do you listen to any podcasts? Can't recommend Joe Rogan to you enough. I don't. However, there is a podcast about nu metal that I really want to listen to. It's like 12 hours long and it breaks down the history of that music. But it's also really expensive. I've been umming and ahhing about buying and listening to it. Spank My Ankle Please is also here with a donation saying, I know you gave you some bits earlier, but I wanted my first donation to go to you, man. Hello from Texas, United States. Thank you for everything. Here's to many more streams and episodes of Hermitcraft. Cheers. Well, thank you again so much for the support. Appreciate all the love today. Really do. Also, eCoaster is here, resubscribing for 15 months in a row. Incredible. Thank you, my friend. And that's it. We're up to date. Amazing. Didn't I say there was something I was going to come back to? That free truths thing. Official truth, subjective truth, and what really happened. Yeah, that's another thing. Like, you gotta learn in life the power of perspective. Like how much your own perspective of the world creates biases and influences what you think and feel. And I'll leave you with that thought. That might make some more sense to you. That's kind of a hard thing to elaborate on, really. This is ridiculous. It's been proven that people don't choose to be gay. It's in their DNA and nothing can change it. I don't know that I've never heard that it's been proven, but to me it's like, what does it matter? Like, if it's DNA or choice, why can't you choose to feel like that or be that way or do? You know, everyone's capable of making decisions. I don't see how it hurts other people, so like, I don't see why it's a problem. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's a super small one again. Jeez, we're gonna get about 3 out of this. That sucks. That really sucks. Spiker M says, what is happening? Is what is happening the truth, or does it depend on how you explained what happened? There you go. That's quite an interesting. Like, your question in itself opens up like what's important there. I don't know if you feel like you have an answer for that, but just the way that you've asked that question, like that's the power of what we're talking about here. Like, the question is what's to be asked. There isn't always an answer. I want to read that again because I've sort of half forgotten it already. Is it still on my screen? Like, it gave me a bit of a thought there. Hi. Wow, you're close. Okay, so okay. So the thought is, oh my goodness me, stuff is wrecking me here. I've talked about this many times in a stream. Perspective, right? Like reality is created inside your head. That is the truth of all things. It is assembled, it is put together up there. So an example would be, we can all see you know, a cup on a table, but each person has a different eyesight. You know, someone can see blurry, someone sees sharp, someone looks further away. So the question is, like, where is it actually on the table then, if everyone sees it slightly different? Now you might be thinking, well, it's there somewhere on the table because it exists in the world or whatever. But the point is, like, we all see everything slightly differently. So let's say, you know, you agree with someone about something. You know, language is imperfect. You've got this idea in your head of what you're talking about, and you're agreeing with someone. But then at one point, they might be like, oh, and then this. And you're like, what? Hang on a minute. You know what I mean? So it's like, because the language is imperfect. You think you're agreeing on the same thing. And it can actually be something different because you both see it a different way. Right? Does that make sense? I hope it does. Being different is an insult for some people, says Al Pertem. Yeah, that's a nice quote. That's a great quote. Yeah, I can understand that. There is this, you know, psychology that people like to herd together and to be accepted and be part of, you know, what's perceived as normal. I'm one of those people that doesn't care. Like, I really am. In fact, you know, maybe at times I find myself doing that. You know, you try and fit in with the group, and I will tell myself off if I find myself doing that. You know, I think it's a negative thing for me to do. But for some people, they want that. They want to fit in. That works for them. You know. Right, let's kill these shulkers and let's read some more chat here, because this is a crazy stream where we're talking about lots of stuff. It's funny, you know, like, these things run through my head quite a lot. More often than not, I think, do you know what, I'm not going to talk about them in stream because some people moan. And then they can just come out of nowhere. Someone drops in a message and then, oh, there you go, X's brain is going for it again. Right, you are dead. Amazing. Oh, watch out for that. Why is that Enderman not coming in here? Right, now we're going to eat some food, we're going to get the shulker shells, and then we're going to lay down some blocks. This could be bad, which is why I'm placing that there. Okay, that was actually going to be quite bad, wasn't it? So now, oh, jeez, where's my water gone? It's still there. Oh, this is terrible. Just eat a golden apple, because this is very bad. Oh, right, why did that not pick up? That's really bad, again. Oh, we're not having a good day today, are we? Right. Almost very bad. Right, we're safe in this corner. We'll stay here for now. Right. I disapprove of what you say, but I will defend your death to the right to say it, says Tom Tobias. Yep, I've heard that quote before. That's a good one. Mother Yackle says, goodness, I wish I had that sort of confidence. My anxiety flares up if I try to act how I want / wear what I want. I worry people will make fun of me. Mother Yackle, how can I put this? Like, imagine all the time you spend worrying about what other people think, and imagine if appeasing to them means you spend all this time doing things that don't really mean anything to you or don't make you happy. Like, what a big waste that is. Like, I find that if you don't care, or sorry, like, yeah, if you don't care about what someone thinks about you, then they're not important in your life to some respect. When you care about what people think about you, it's usually because they have good qualities or similar qualities to what you need. Like, you surround yourself with good people. So, like, trying to appease just anyone who might judge you, like, throw that aside. What I'm saying is there is like a time for when like accepting what someone else says about you, if you care about them or you hold them in high regard, that could be important. You know, someone might turn around and say, hey, what are you doing right now, by the way? That's like, you're doing the wrong thing there, that's not for you. But you know, how can I say it? Like, maybe I can't really express it right now. I don't know, I just don't care what other people think anymore. It just feels like a waste to me. Like, I need to do what I need to do and not care about other people. Thelany says, a man plants a tree for a number of reasons. Perhaps he likes trees, perhaps he wants shelter, or perhaps he knows that someday he may need firewood. That's an interesting one. The ones like that make me want to think, like, for a long time about it. Barnaby Usangski says, we're top chickens, CGP Grey. Interesting stuff in chat. Mum says good morning, X, says Celeste Bay. Hello, Celeste Bay's mum. Captain Pigman says, X, are you going to see the new Star Wars movie? Yeah, I'll probably see it. Ossie says, gay genes and DNA has been confirmed. All animals can be gay, and that there is a percentage that will always be gay. I'd love to see like the official research on that, or you know, an article about it. That would be fascinating to see. Lazy Vulpes says, any man who can drive safely whilst kissing a pretty girl is simply not giving the kiss the attention it deserves. That's a brilliant quote. That's from Albert Einstein. Awesome. Interstellar Fish says, does this stream keep buffering periodically for anyone? I never usually have this problem. Yeah, you're probably having a problem because everything looks good on my end. You're the only person saying that. Emerald King says, you think you can know about other people and not worry about what they think. Well, I don't know. Assumer once he reads this. Brilliant. Because I just said it. Get it? Joku says, have you seen Fantastic Beasts? I have not. Let's get to these donations. Noises in my ear. We got new subscriptions. Yes. Arrow Woody has subscribed. Thank you for subscribing, buddy. Colefork85 has subscribed. And TNT Goes Bang has subscribed. Thank you all for subscribing. Welcome to the channel. Hope you enjoy. And how did I say this before? iCow has subscribed for 8 months in a row. Thank you so much, my friend. Appreciate it. Is that guy still angry? Is he still mad? Hi. Dude, you just suck. This guy here sucks. Ah. Teleporting away. Like a genius. Right, now that's going to get him teleporting all over the place. I really need to kill this guy before we can move away again. He might just die somewhere off in the distance now. Hey! Oh, he's gone. Oh, there we go. No. Warriors says, that is simply not true. It is in your mentality, which is contributed by DNA, but mainly by your experiences. Warriors, we are both, what's the word? Predisposed to both genetic influence and experience influence. What's the word for that? There's a word for it. Like, it's an element of both. Like, there's this big argument, is it nurture or nature? The reality is it's both. There is like strong behavioural evidence for genetics, especially with anger. Actually, there's actually a gene that if you have it, you'll be extremely like prone to having anger issues. I remember watching a whole documentary about that was fascinating. And they like interviewed people that had it, and you know this gene would just predispose you to feeling very angry like easily, and you know it's a proper thing that you can just be born that way because of how our genetics work. Wicktord says, I like Asuma, me 2016. Awesome. Thank you, buddy. That made me chuckle. Legatomb says, quote, what is weird, someone who is different or someone who is different than you? I like things that are different myself. Usually quite interested in things that at first seem odd and different. That's just me though. Okay. Punk PK says, I have anger issues, but it's probably me. Which you are you talking about? Are you talking about the genetic you or the experiences you? Could be anything. Hey, we're heading the wrong way. We need to go west. Okay, and then we need to shoot ourselves in the butt. Come on. Oh, come on now. This is an insane amount of arrows to be shooting. Up we go, up we go. I want to find like another big end city before this stream is out. Version Amiga says, I'm pretty sure I have that gene. I wouldn't be so sure on it because the people they brought in, a lot of them had, you know, tons of anger issues, which is why they picked these particular people, and a lot of them that were dead sure that they would have that gene and that would explain a lot to them. Turns out that they didn't have it, right? So there are only a couple of people that had it in that group. So even if you have anger issues, doesn't mean you have this gene. It's just probably more likely you might. When I'm angry, I start to see the stupidity of the world and society we live in, says Berend the Froth Hipster. There's stupidity out there. Remember, there's lots of good stuff we do as well. And One Gaming says, I am the nerd, air quotes in class, playing video games and not being with others, they think. That other guys will be using gay as an insult. I never understood how it could be used as an insult. Lives are here to be lived, not lost. I mean, that just shows that you've got a nice way of thinking about things to begin with. But like, to understand what they're saying, they're trying to attack your manhood more than like being gay is, right? Like, I'm trying to think of something you could compare it to, but I can't really. I don't know, maybe that makes sense, maybe it doesn't, but I'm pretty much sure that's like why people use it so frequently in language. I myself don't really. Oh, come on now. This guy's gonna get destroyed. Destroyed! See you later. He didn't even fire a shot, man. Lazy. Lazy shulkers, they get wrecked, and they get turned into shulker. But oh yeah, where'd that come from? There must be one round the corner. Oh look, there's one right there. Hey, we're gonna get some more. Oh, he's teleported away. Cheeky fella. Did I pick up those shells? I think I did. Right, let's eat and fall back down. Phantom Shadow says, who else is enjoying 1.11 Minecraft? I certainly am. I'm enjoying it a lot. Right. What is going on now? Whoa! Hey, leave me alone. Oh, we're going back in here. Fair enough. Are you shulker shell hunting? Says Near Shadow. No, I'm not. I'm just exploring the end seas, you know. The shulker shells is just on the side. Spiker M says manhood is just a concept. Just be yourself and see how manly you are. It is a concept, but it's a concept that speaks to the way people behave, right? And how evolution has taught us or made us, you know, interact with the world and think. Joe GGU says 1/3 of the German people think that animals should have the same rights as humans. What do you think about it, X? Yeah, I think they should, but I say but like in a not in a but no kind of way, more in a like I feel like a lot of problems in the world just stem from the system that we operate under. Like if we like own up to how damaging animal farming is for like especially beef farming for the environment, then moving away from it in a sense like solves that problem and solves other problems as well. Like maybe like in the future there'll be plant rights, we shouldn't eat plants. I mean, that seems like inconceivable, but then again, once not eating meat was inconceivable, but when there are options not to eat meat, to me it sort of makes sense for me to choose that, because you know you're sort of doing the better thing in a way by not eating meat. And I'm not knocking anyone who does, because like I used to eat meat for years. Meat tastes great, like it's what we do as society, but as we're getting into this age of being able to research and figure out so much more about what we're doing here, we learn that some of the things that we're doing are quite bad. Where did we even start there? I don't even know. Oh yeah, it was animal rights. So yeah, I say animals should have rights, but like what I mean is that in a better society, like it shouldn't even be something that has to be like brought up. I guess society will probably never work like that though, right? Like, we couldn't all just immediately agree to do a better thing. I watched Star Trek The Next Generation like years ago, and I absolutely loved it, but it also gave me this like really interesting thought that I can't get away from, that like in a way it feels like we're programmed to be a little bit self-destructive, because in that show there's a lot of like, whatever you think Star Trek The Next Generation is, or Star Trek in general, there's a lot of philosophy and there's a lot of like wisdom and I don't know, like thought to be taken away from those episodes and the shows and the topics that they encounter. And one of the things they occasionally come across is these societies, these other civilizations that just don't have the problems that humanity has. Like, it's just not in their nature. Like, let's say, you know, aliens exist, we meet other aliens, right? Imagine meeting another alien society and their concept of going to war just doesn't exist. They cannot understand how you fight one another, right? Because you're all the same. And it's like we are disposed to be this way in a sense. And then the idea that civilization might not be makes you think that humanity can be different or it can be greater, but maybe we can't. Maybe we'll always continue to do this, because like there's a quote that history repeats itself, and even though that quote is very well known, we keep repeating ourselves over and over again. Like many tragedies, disasters, and things that have gone wrong many times before in the past, you know? It's not a new thing. Well, that was me going off on one. Alex Domangu says, eating meat is not wrong. Animals eat each other. They don't question whether to eat or not. Yeah, I get we are more aware. Maybe we can't find ways to change the way we make our food or get it from. Yeah, that's sort of yes and no. Like, I think the words came out of my mouth wrong earlier. I don't think eating meat is wrong, but I think you can see the better thing in society. You can see how it's bad for the environment, how, you know, animals have to suffer for us to eat, and we're not talking about, you know, if you buy like some meat in the shop and it's got, you know, lovely cow in the field on the front of it or whatever. Like even the stuff that says it's free range, like, you know, go learn what free range means, because they pump them out of factories where the animals are under horrible conditions that you would hate to see people in, and chances are you'd hate to see animals in them as well. So I guess I see it like if we can see that changing our behaviour is better, yeah, there's nothing technically wrong with eating meat. It's part of life's cycle, but we're at an enlightened era where we can think about what these things mean and choose different options. We can make other options available for ourselves. It's very easy to stop eating meat. I've heard people say it's difficult. For me, my diet just expanded when I stopped eating meat, because I had to, you know, be conscious of eating different things to get protein, right? And what I found is that most meals are just a meal with meat slapped on the side. Like, you can actually eat a lot of meals you're used to eating just without meat. Like, it's that simple. Yeah. Right. Well, yeah. So what I was saying is it's easy not to eat it. I mean, I've been not eating meat for a long time now, and like no problems at all. Right, have we already done this side? Because there's a shulker missing at the entrance. I think this is the way we came in. So we went to the top of that. Right, and now we've got to go explore the other side. So that hasn't been done. That's where we'll end up. So now I guess we go to the... This is a ginormous end city, isn't it? Let's put this here and sort of mark that we've gone that way. It's an absolutely ginormous end city. This might be one of the biggest we've seen. There is a lot of messages. Jason says, my tip for being veggie is just think about what you're eating. See it as another being. That's a nice way of looking at it. I like that. Warrior says, quote, in the land of darkness, the blind man is king. The man with the candle is a target. This means the most knowledgeable person is the most targeted, and the blind person are the kings. That's an incredible quote. And I almost agree with it, but there's also a quote, you know, knowledge is power, where those who know the most can shield it from the masses. Like what you're saying is kind of like true, but if you picture that, you know, an uneducated population is easier to control, and the person who's controlling has more knowledge, more power, like then it sort of contradicts that. But I like both quotes, you know, like contradictions is something like that's really important. Don't ever think that everything will ever line up. Like, contradictions will always exist. People double think. There's another cool thing to learn about. Like, double think is when people hold two contradicting standards. And as soon as I heard that and like learned about what it meant, I realized that I had loads of like double standards. And then you realize it's very easy to sort of actually hold two opposing opinions, because when someone brings up one topic about one thing, that's just taking up the focus of your mind. And then you don't think about how it relates to other things. And then when you learn about double thinking, you start to recognize when you do it. You realize that it's so very easy to think, about this and that. And then actually that would contradict something else you believe about. And just maybe as an exercise, like look out for it yourself. And I bet you'll catch yourself double thinking from time to time. It's like a common thing. Let's do that, because I just want to stand here peacefully now. We've got messages to read. Jittery Stiletto says, of course, that first means creating laws to ban or otherwise limit lobbyist groups. I think that was a reply to someone else in the stream, maybe? I claim this name says animals eat each other too, but humans breed the animals to produce much meat as they can quickly as possible. This is torture for the animals. they are bred to become fat and then die. Yeah, that's pretty much like why I stopped eating meat. And like, let's say, you know, you go to a farmhouse and oh, you know, Bertha the cow died the other week. We chopped her up. Do you want to eat a slab of meat? I'd eat that meat. Like, if I could eat meat from what I think is a respectable source, you know, a cow that's lived a good life out in a field, that to me is much more acceptable. But yeah, that's the good thing to point out, is that it's a problem with how we're doing it as opposed to actually eating it. Like, it's because it's become torture for animals, basically. I mean, oh, just look up how chickens are farmed. There's some of the most like tear-jerking stuff I've ever seen. There's like a football field of chickens like crammed together, and they just drive this like tractor through it that spins and sucks up all the chickens into a vacuum into like another room. It's absolutely disgusting. Oh, there we go. Okay, so let's catch up on... I was drinking some water, by the way. Oh my goodness me, I'm so far behind again. We have a new subscriber. It is System Fault. Thank you for subscribing. Appreciate the support, buddy. Thank you so much. We have a donation here from Joel Kip saying, are we still throwing quotes around? I just needed to re-listen a song that helped me through dark times. I'll just try to translate the relevant part. Yearning destroys, yearning abducts, but he who lives without yearning has never felt life. Yeah, I like that. Yearning destroys, yearning abducts, but he who lives without yearning never felt life. Yeah, you have to yearn for something in life. You have to have passion for something. Otherwise, what are you doing? Yeah, I like that one, Joel Kip. Thank you for the donation. We've got another one here from Eagle Fan saying, love your stream as usual. Thank you so much, buddy. I'm glad you're enjoying it. And one here from Mothery Ackle saying, thank you, Asuma. If I die tomorrow having never worn the cute skirt I brought because I was worried about other people's thoughts, I would be highly unhappy. Tomorrow is a poofy skirt day. The students will love it and the adults can suck it. Just wear whatever you want to do. Do what you want to do. Like, when you do what you want to do and those people who then condemn you, judge you or whatever for it, like, then you know that's not someone you need in your life, right? And if it is someone who's important, maybe, you know, if they're important to you, maybe you should listen to them, but you'll find 9 times out of 10 the people that are important to you are the people that support you and what you do, and not the people who condemn you because you chose to wear this thing instead of that thing, right? Like that's the point I've been trying to make, I think. This end city is ginormous. Whoa! Get away from me. I should be using end pearls to get around a little bit here. Look, this might be the biggest one we've ever seen, you know. Let's throw... Whoa, that could have been death. That could have been absolute death. Right, well, how do we go to the next bit? Do I want to throw an ender pearl like that? Oh, that's a risky throw. That's a risky throw, but my pro skills, my mad pro skills came through there. Okay, let's kill this guy. You're wrecked, son. Son, get wrecked. There you go. Okay, let's hide in here for a second. And there's just another one over there. Crazy stuff. Right. I'd love to, like, there's so much discussion in chat now. I'd really love to read it all. I'd also love to read out some opinions from people that aren't agreeing, but it feels like a lot of people here are agreeing. Maybe I should scan over it. I love cats, says X. I know how chickens are farmed, but personally I see it like the videos who show those poor people suffering. Sometimes you need to check the source because not all places are like that and you can never know the background of what happens. Yes, but the problem is, if there's a video of it, that happens somewhere. Yeah, I get your point. Your point is like someone might show an extreme. The problem is the extreme is very common. Like, if you do the research, if you look up like how many of these farms are, it's like a large majority of chicken farming is generally horrendous. Unfortunately. That's just the way it is. There will be places you can get chickens from that are, you know, nowhere near as bad, or maybe even generally humane. But unfortunately, those are like far and few between. Is the big problem, and why people make such a big deal out of it. We're going to go to this one next because it's kind of isolated, and we're about to drop in on it. We're literally going to drop in on it. That's amazing. Okay, hi, it's one of these rooms. Which means we've got to be quick because there are shulker boxes everywhere. Come on, get wrecked! Oh. Now this one. VG Walrus says, my thoughts on animal farming are that the farming process is terrible, but in my mind, it's separate from what we eat. Well, I started to like not separate it when I ate, which is, you know, like, maybe you don't want to do that. Maybe you want to keep them separate. That's fine. But for me, like, I started to realise as I was eating, you know, what's the story behind this, and that's what made me change my mind about it all. Shane Slat says Tesco sells free-ranged eggs. You see, there's a little stick-out tongue face at the end of it. As I said earlier in the stream, go learn what free-range means, because sometimes it's not quite what you think it is. I'm not sure if it's the same for chickens. I've got a feeling chickens that are free-range have it slightly better. But yeah, even those, like, see, the problem is, like, because it's an industry and it generates money, that interest tries to protect itself. So when it comes to having its image, you know, start to be attacked or smeared in any way, like, having something like free range on it is, you know, like going to be perceived as a good thing. And then when you find out what the actual legislation behind it is, it might not be what you think. That happens quite a lot. Like, the free market system is like, by free, it's not free for everyone to get involved in. It's free of regulation. It's free of stopping people abuse the system. A lot of acts are sort of like things that get passed in law have really positive names when they have really negative, you know, connotations. Like the Patriot Act. Like, the Patriot Act is, we are going to take away your rights when we feel like it, where the Patriot Act, you know, that sounds like such a great name for something. You know, if you're into patriotism. Personally, I'm not, like, into patriotism, and I know that most people who are patriots have very good intentions at heart, so I don't have a problem with it. But, like, I'm saying the Patriot Act, like, you know, for most people a patriot is a good thing, and yet the Patriot Act is a terrible thing. It's the rights to take away your human rights on the spot at the discretion of the law. Anyway, this is getting heavy quick. Sepharama says, I keep my own hens to make sure they get a good life as possible. They've got fields to roam around in. That's awesome. I see. I would happily eat eggs from your farm, Sepharama. That sounds lovely. Right. Oh, hi. You're gonna get wrecked. Oh, watch out. Can we catch its shells? Let's catch its shells, yo. Dude, shell catching in the sky. That is some pro skills. Okay. Oh, I wanted to get under there. Well, we'll wait here for a second, and we'll avoid the bullets quickly. Oh, I didn't avoid them. I didn't avoid them at all. Okay, right. We've done that side. Now we've got to go this way. The word patriot in anything is a red flag, says Shenanigan Games. Depending on your perspective, like, you've got to realise there's a lot of, like, there's a lot of people out there that would think that patriot is a good thing, and that they are good people. How can I word that better? Like, if you, let's say you think that being a patriot is a bad thing, the reason will be because it can be abused, right? Someone's patriotic support of their country can be abused. They will do things to the country not realising that it's not the best interest for them or the world, I suppose, maybe. Something along those lines. Like when you're being patriotical, you're sort of swearing allegiance to a system, and that system can not always work in your favour. There's something that a Megadeth quote. Oh my god, these quotes. This quote stream. What does he say? It's right. So there's a Kennedy speech, and then in Megadeth he twists it. So the Kennedy speech is, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. And it sounds kind of great, very patriotical thing to say. And then in Megadeth, Dave Mustaine says, ask not what you can do for your country, but what your country can do for you. He flips it the other way. The country should serve the people. And in a patriotical society, often or not, it's the other way around. It's people should serve their country, right? So in one scenario, the country has to do what's best for the people in it, and in the other scenario, you know, people have to serve the country. So yeah, that's how did we get to this? Okay, ow. I'm getting wrecked here, jeez! Leave me alone! You filthy shulker shells! You're getting destroyed. Zero Gravity says, what's going up, X? I just joined. Welcome to stream, buddy. We're having a deep stream today, apparently. That's what's happening. Right, where'd those other shulker shells go? Down here? Hi! There's more bullets. I need to eat. I'm running out of carrots. We need to do a little assessment / checkup. Wow, look at that. We've got another stack and a bit right there. We are rocking house. That is what we're doing. Rocky Avalon says, my state, Florida, was trying to pass an amendment whose stated purpose was to make it so everyone will be free to use solar panels. The problem, we can already use solar panels freely in Florida. The amendment would have taxed people who use their own solar panels higher than others. If you really look into the organisation behind the amendment, you'll see it's made up of mostly entirely utility and fuel companies. Yep, absolutely right. Like you've always got to look into things. Yep, you'll always find motives like that hidden behind such things. Not surprising at all, Rocky. Because, you know, that industry wants to protect itself. And I spoke about this a while ago. I wanted to do a climate change stream, right? Because I see people doing charity streams. And to me, charity is like... The world has problems because of the way society is structured and the system that we live in. And a lot of the world's problems, in my eyes, stem from how things are set up, right? So charities are a great cause, but for me, it feels like you're going after the tail and not the head. Like you're going after the symptoms and not the root cause. That's how I look at that stuff. But then I had this idea that, like, okay, I'm not comfortable with doing charity streams, but what if I did like a climate awareness stream? And what if I'm not here to ask people for money, but to educate people? There's so many things that you can do that make a big difference, you know, like ask yourself, like, how often do you leave lights on around the house? Like me, I only ever have the light of the room that I'm in on. Like, I turn off the lights when I walk around. I walk around in the dark. Like, there's all these little things I try to do to conserve energy. Now, someone's going to say, oh, but you know, you're using your computer to stream. What about all that electricity? Yeah, you're absolutely right. I'm using electricity. Like, that's what we do. We're humans. We want to live our lives and use technology. But we can also make choices to buy products, to learn about the products we buy and buy ones with better energy consumption grades, or learn about the manufacturers and what their practices are or who they're affiliated with. There's all these like things that you can do. Sometimes they're really simple, like turn off the lights, and sometimes they're a bit more complex. Like, you've probably not thought of this, but I think about it a lot now. When I go to the shop and there's product A or product B, and product B has tons of packaging, I buy product A. Because packaging is bad. Like this addiction to plastic that we have, all this plastic we use that isn't biodegradable and is just going to slowly fill up the earth as we use more and more of it. You have the choice not to buy that stuff, and by doing so, you send a message with the power of being a consumer that no, I don't want this product because you are, you know, using too much packaging. And it's just a simple thing that you can do. There's other things like hold on to your plastic bags whenever you get given one and make use of it at another time, you know. I don't throw away my plastic bags, I don't throw away plastic bottles, I fill them up and use them again. Things like that. There's all these behavioural things that you can just do and change your carbon footprint. So I was thinking about doing a stream like that, but then I realised that climate change is also very political, and that was thanks to Wells Knight sort of pointing it out, that in America there is a lot of claims that climate change is a hoax. And what you got to do, every time you hear, oh, it's another one of these rooms. Oh, geez, we're in a bad way. Let's eat a golden apple. Every time you hear about this, you've got to think about who's the one telling you this. Because 9 times out of 10, it's news stations like Fox News that have their interests well and truly invested in fossil fuels, and they stand to lose a lot from people coming to believe in climate change. And so that's why they find people that support their theories, and that's why they promote them. So whenever you watch news, think about who's reporting it and what the agenda is, because as I said earlier in the stream, news always almost has an agenda. The BBC are one of the worst for doing so as well. Here in the UK, the BBC have a very clever way of doing what they do, you see. Like, if you're not American and you watch Fox News and you see Bill O'Reilly, it's very clear that it's not news, it's someone arguing their opinion. If you come to the UK, you have these reporters reporting on stuff and talking very bland and dully, and are like, you know, like, this isn't, we're not inserting any opinion here, this happened there and that happened there. But then if you think about what they choose to report on, the BBC cherry pick the stories that suit the establishment. So here in the UK we have the Tory party in power, and the Alternative Party is run by someone who is very left-leaning, and all the guy ever gets is attacked constantly by all sorts of different outlets. And if you watch the BBC, you know, 90% of their reporting against him is negative, and yet, you know, they caused this big disruption in the party to get a re-election, and he won it again. People firmly in the party believe that they want him there, but it's the agenda of the news to continuously try and disrupt this and make him look like he's not an adequate leader for the party. And that's how they do it. You know, they won't say this person, oh, we don't agree with them, they're rubbish. They'll say, oh, the news today is person Y says this person is terrible. Person X says this person is terrible. Person Z, you know, that's how they do it. That's how they push across an agenda. All you're ever hearing is about how terrible this person is. But apparently that's the news, you know, when that's actually that's an opinion. Right, so I went off on one again, jeez. That's what you're getting from me today, just rambling, mad rambling. And letting it all out. Every now and then, all this stuff in my head, just gotta get it out there. Sir Pantsoff says, my friend thinks it's weird that I don't eat fast food restaurants like KFC and McDonald's. Those animals are treated horrible, and even the plants, potatoes, were given poison to kill insects. Dude, high five to you, man. I don't eat fast food restaurants at all. I can't stand them. And not only do they have terrible business practices like McDonald's, which create low-paying jobs, they damage the environment with the way that they use disposable materials. You know, all these things are about maximizing profits. Like, they will give you, like picture it like this: you employ workers and they have to clean dishes and clean tables, and you know, that's more people that you got to pay. But what you could do is ship in disposable stuff, like, you know, the little cardboard boxes and paper wraps that come around in the burgers. That costs less than paying people to clean plates. So you take away jobs from people, you pocket, you know, the money from that, and then you affect the environment by making poor decisions on how to package your products. Like that's what I'm getting at. Those business practices, I hate it, and I don't support them. Like, I will not eat McDonald's, I will not eat Burger King, and like, if someone says to me, like, oh, that'll never make a difference, like, so what? I don't want to participate in it. Like, that's how I feel. Yeah, you'll never catch me in a McDonald's unless I'm really, really hungry and got no other options, basically. So we went up there. We have 3 stems of this absolutely ginormous one. I'm going to have to film this. I'm going to have to film this and say, look at how massive this end city is. Oh, hi. Oh, you are going to be more shells for me. Right, let's do this like a pro. Come on, like a pro. No, that's not how a pro does it. Jeez. Oh, come on, tell me that second one saved. I don't think it did. I think it hit a shulker bullet. Oh. Do you watch any combat sports, X? What are your thoughts on them, says this gamer lad. I like boxing. I like... Oh, we haven't come up here yet, have we? Alright, we'll do this one. Yeah, I really like boxing, but I don't watch it a lot. I find combat sports a strange one, because in one way I feel like I should probably be maybe a little bit opposed to violence, but for some reason I kind of like enjoy it in a competition type format. The only other reason I go to McDonald's is for their Shamrock Shakes, says Icy Mod. Funny enough, I used to go into McDonald's when I decided to stop eating there for shakes. It was like, the only thing I'll get is a shake, but eventually I stopped doing that myself. But a Shamrock Shake sounds nice. Right, so I don't know where we got to in this thing. We've got to find our way back to it now. I believe my music has stopped playing because I was going to stop streaming around now, but I want to keep going myself. I've got messages to catch up on. So I think really what we need to do right now is get to where we were a moment ago, which appears to be right here, and then just settle down. I fell down. And I can read the rest of these messages. Oh my goodness me, I can't do parkour. What? That's like 4 times in a row. Am I missing? Yeah, I'm missing that there's a block right there. That makes sense. Okay, so we did that one. Which way did we go? This way? I think we've done... Yeah, I think we came down from that one. So... No. Oh, maybe up there is where we're at next. Or have we done that? Let's find out. There's XP here. That's a sign of something, I guess. I cannot parkour all of a sudden. Scum Deluxe says, so good, but don't eat the shakes. After working at McDonald's, you will never eat or drink anything from there again. I had a friend who worked at there and said that the sanitary conditions were appalling. So I'm not surprised to hear that. Okay, I think actually we were around... I've got a feeling we've done this bit. Oh, this is not going well. It's not going well at all, is it? No, we haven't done that one. Have we done the one on this side? No, we've... Oh, do you know what? If there's shulker shells lying around on the ground somewhere, forget it. We've got loads, like... We won't stress this. I need to read my messages. Oh, we've got to collect those as well. And I desperately need food, which is a good reason for us to stop and then wreck this shulker. Which is now teleported away. Great. Just great. Okay, here we go. We've got to get some food, which will be in the useful one, right? No? That one. How is my armor doing? Look at that. Look at how low that is. We are not going to be able to do too much after this, I think. JPZ says, by the way, your pants are almost broken. Just spotted that myself, my man. Just spotted it myself. X, look at Syria. It was a country that started to really develop, but due to war, millions of people chance to become a middle-class person blew away, says Turf31. Yeah, Syria's just had the worst of fortunes lately. This is why we need to come together, like, globally. This whole xenophobia, not accepting immigrant stuff is disgusting to me. I'm well and truly happy to pay more tax money to, help people who really need it. And I can't understand why some people are just so fearful of that. It's just bizarre. Really bizarre. Right, so we've got the foods, and we don't really need to put anything else in there right now, do we? So let's chuck that up there. Right, so the noises are rolling in, and I've missed a few here. Motheriackle, we definitely covered your one. Huckle23 is here with a donation saying, last donation for now, with a quote, the only thing we learn from history is that we don't learn from history. Dude, I literally heard that quote just the other day. It's an amazing one. Like I said earlier, like, history repeats itself, but it repeats itself because we keep, keep forgetting to learn from it, it seems. Amazing quote, dude. Thank you for the donation again. Appreciate that. Also, we got a resubscribe for 2 months in a row from Strengthener saying, hi X, I'm backlogged about 500 videos in my watch later playlist. But I always make time to watch your videos first. Well, yours and CGP Grays. Well, thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. I am backlogged by probably about 2 or 3 videos myself. Every now and then it gets a bit hectic, but I keep on top of it. We got a resubscribe for 7 months in a row from Sephirama saying, I haven't seen you stream for so long, I missed the 6-month anniversary. Well, let's celebrate the 7-month anniversary. Half a year and a bit. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate it. We got a resubscribe for 18 months in a row from the MMX. That's 1.5 years. Appreciate it so much, man. That's absolutely epic. We also got Bill Cooper Hicks resubscribing for 7 months in a row saying, live the life you love and love the life you live. Another amazing quote. Oh, so many quotes from this stream. Really cool. James Troner says, I need to get going, X. Really enjoyed your stream today. Keep up the great work in making the world a better place. Hey, if me rambling makes any difference, and hopefully it does to some of you, then that's a great thing. We also got a donation here from Parad saying, one does not simply come back in Deep Stream and ask, what did I miss? Yeah, but what's his name? Boromir, is it? Like sitting down, scratching his beard. One does not simply walk into Mordor. Yes, and thank you for the kind message at the end there as well. Yeah, what did I miss doesn't work on a Deep Stream. You can't recap this. I mean, too many words were said, right? I think maybe we were actually there next. Oh, this thing is massive. I think if we don't explore all of it, I'm done. I'm zonked. Like this'll do. Does this even have a little ship somewhere as well? Because we need to visit that. Right, this one gets wrecked. And then oh, it teleports away. Great. Okay, one of these rooms, some more epic loot to be had. Just got to get away from those bullets quickly. Get up here. And then what I like to do is break these walls. There we go. Bam! Off you go. I don't like it when they teleport outside, because then they probably survive. Come on, get in there. There we go. Right, we'll stand here for a second. And let's read. Chris says, what do you think about big CEOs that pay themselves big six-figure salaries but pay their employees minimum wage? Well, the balance should be redistributed. You know, I see it like workers could probably organise themselves more than they get credit for, right? Like bosses are a lot of the time like middlemen, and they take a lot of the cream off of the top. Yeah, I'm not for it. I think there should be a wage cap, to be fair. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, we're actually good. I thought we were in trouble then, because I saw so many bullets, but actually we're kind of alright. Oh, 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 oh. There we go. Right. Oh, there's so much more to do. Clemfist says, well, some people say some refugees are terrorists of the EI. If you are a refugee from Syria, don't worry, I'm not pointing the finger at anyone. Yeah, and that's usually hate talk and fear-mongering to say that people are terrorists. You know, like extremists and terrorists are extremists and terrorists. When someone then finds a way to lump them in another group, that's when you got a problem. Like when people say that Muslims are terrorists, like that's a terrible thing to say. Do not say that, because you're now, you know, putting them into a group. Like you can say terrorists to terrorists, you can say extremists to extremists, but as soon as you start attaching that to other things, then you're creating big problems, you know? Right, I think I can see loads of shulker boxes everywhere on the top here. Let's try and fly over to that side. Actually, we're going to be fine like this, aren't we? Oh, that was a cool way to do it. That was a very cool way. So we've already been over here, actually, as you can see right there. Which means we've been up to that one. Yeah, we've probably missed something somewhere. I think we should head over to that and then call it a day. But there is a couple more shulkers that we can see here. I thought I saw one on the top of that. But we'll go for... Yep, we've been over there as well. You can see there's netherrack. Oh! Oh! Dude. Got destroyed. Hi. Actually, this might be the one that we didn't get to go into. Yep. Hi, we haven't done this bit. Oh! Okay, you're gonna die. Nice. Coolio, coolio. And it seems like a lot of you like that kill where we flew in. That's good, that's good. Joker says, hey X, I respect that you're trying to persuade people to accept refugees, but sometimes the refugees don't try to adapt to the countries that are accepting them. Yeah, that's a fair point. But remember, I think that's a point that'll get blown out of proportion a little bit. Like I've heard a lot of hate talk about, you know, people coming over to our country and not talking our language. I think that quote we had from earlier was trying people as complex and not simple would come into play here. Like, yes, there will be people that don't adapt, but there are parts like what do they have to adapt to? What do they have to do to be here? They have been displaced from their homeland and their way of living. Like, if we help one another, it is an attempt to tolerate one another as well. Sometimes it may seem like that's only going one way and people are taking advantage, but I haven't really been faced with that problem directly myself to like tell you something, you know, actual, I guess. But like you're talking about people who've been made refugees. I think they deserve some leeway. Sometimes people say, oh, they come over to this country but they don't learn our language. It's like, well, they're refugees. They probably don't have a lot of money right now, you know, after they've been displaced from the home country. You know, like if I got displaced somewhere and someone said, why aren't you learning our language? I can't learn other languages. I've tried to in the past. I'm incredibly bad at it. And I don't feel like this should be an excuse, but I have learning difficulties. What I think's funny about saying that is like I shouldn't have to say I have learning difficulties for someone to tolerate that I find something difficult. It should just be tolerated anyway, in my opinion, because everyone has different strengths and weaknesses. Ikefar says, hey X, how do I get subscribers? I have a very small channel. Just keep making videos, man, and try and make them better each time. And try and put them where people will see them and try and tag them so people will search for what you're making, you know? That's how you kind of do the YouTube game. Do not do that because it'll hit me back. Nice. Ooh, we are getting bombarded with bullets. Hi, there's another one out here. Hello. Nice to meet you. You're going to get destroyed. You're going to get turned into a box. See you later. Oh, jeez, they're coming from everywhere. They are absolutely coming from everywhere. Let's drop down. This gamer lad says, do you think marijuana should be legal? Talked about this one before. I do, but I don't think it should be like, oh man, yeah, let's let everyone get high kind of thing. Like, no, that's silly. I don't do drugs, don't think people should really be doing them, but I don't think that they should be criminalised, because criminality is not morality, and I think that drugs are a health issue. If someone's doing drugs and they need help because of the, you know, toll it takes on your body and on your mind, like, that shouldn't be a criminal thing, that should be a health issue. That's the way I see that. Okay, there we go. So, I don't know, have we done this one? I think we may have actually finally done it all, but what we really need to do is go over there. So, let's see how pro this Ender Pearl throw is. Oh, it's kind of terrible. Actually, that's not so bad. We can live with that. Right, can we do some more magic if we... Ooh, where's it landing? Down here, that's okay actually. Well, I guess I could have taken off from a better position, but now we'll have to try it from here. Let's eat thirst. And we got a new subscriber, it is Space Princess Essel. Thank you for subscribing, appreciate the support. Now we're going to plummet into the void. Yeah, we're literally going into the void now. Okay. Like that. Yep. Wish me luck, peeps. Up. And then straight again. Oh, come on now. I think I saw a beacon to my left, by the way. There we go. This time we'll turn around. Wow, that is a massive NC. Come on now. Need more than that. There we go, up high in the sky. Where is it? It must be the other side. Aha, we found it. Nice, okay. Oh man, my voice is feeling tired right now. Draguma, thanks for the kind message. I do my best. I always try to do better as well. And I like to make strange noises. Jeez. Genesis the computer says, I saw a video about two teens who's saying bad words about a Romanian woman because she isn't from England. She is an immigrant and not a woman. Is in England, and they were very bad, was she? Yeah, that unfortunately happens. What you got to realise is though that those people have probably been fed a particular way of a particular way of thinking most of their life. They see immigrants as the problem, not the system that creates immigrants. Because you got to remember, like rich countries like the UK, where things are better, are basically better because other people in the world suffered. All the rich countries don't have natural resources; they exploit them from other countries. That's how it goes. Okay, look at all those emeralds. They're so pretty. I want to take them. Cool. And then Elytra, and that is the end of our epic loot run. I guess you could. Oh, there they are. Okay, there was a space down there that I didn't spot. Pharmaceutical drugs and street illegal drugs are similar. However, the negatives of illegal drugs is why they're illegal, says Joba. Not so much. Not so much. Usually it's more motivated by industry. For example, marijuana is illegal because of... If you look up the history of propaganda against marijuana, you'll find that there was an industry that failed to... that would lose against using hemp as paper and things like that, and they put out a smear campaign against it. Like, look up the history of things. Oh, loads of people in chat saying Dragonhead. Thank you so much. We'll go get that. Yeah, so like marijuana's illegal identity is largely as a result not of research, because this comes back from times before research was properly done in that way. Not from research and knowledge, but from a business standing to lose from the like hemp being used for clothes and for paper and stuff, and so it ran a smear campaign against marijuana, and that's where its illegal status is mostly birthed from, by creating a negative stigma from it. Let's Sins Roush says, wow, so few people know about the alcohol industry, PropSex. Again, right, so we talked about negative effects. Look at the negative effects of alcohol. It kills people every year. There's drunk drivers. Like, you know, you wake up with a hangover that feels rotten if you drink a lot. Like, you're poisoning your own body. Alcohol is actually a poison, technically. So if we're going to say, you know, that, oh, well, legal and illegal drugs are because the illegal ones are bad for you and the legal drugs are good for you, you're buying into the mentality that legality means morality, and it doesn't. It also doesn't mean health. Legality is a power structure to keep society the way it is, or to be exploited for gain, etc. Like, you've got to look at it like that, because alcohol is an industry, and it's an industry that won in that position. You know, there's lots of money in selling that. I mean, God, it must be a humongous industry considering how many people regularly drink. And so that industry over the course of its history has, you know, put in money into governments or whatever to make sure it's legal. They put money into advertising, they put money into creating a culture of drinking, you know, because they gain from it. That's why I despise money so much, is because it's like this interchangeable value that goes from something that makes sense, like trading goods, to having crazy influences on us as people and making us exploitable. You know, like if you're in the alcohol industry, yeah, you're going to advertise alcohol, you're going to try and get people to go out there and drink, and like that, because it will make you more money. And that's such a bizarre thing. Like, if we didn't have that, sure, some people say without money, you know, we'll all be sitting around in our own feces. Personally, I wouldn't be doing that. Like, I think I'm more intelligent than to do that. But where did I start with that one? But I see it as it creates so many problems. It creates so many problems. Markov says 400,000 people die from tobacco every year. There you go. We're all very well educated now on the tobacco. In fact, use the tobacco industry as an example, because that was, you know, much more openly legal once, and it's not illegal to smoke, but it's being clamped down on, because in the case of tobacco, it was so bad for people's health that, like, it's so detrimental that, you know, that it kicks in upstairs. Okay, this is really that bad, let's do something about it, kind of thing. Like, the power of how bad it is took over, and slowly, you know, pushed it to the side. But if you look into the history of tobacco, you know, it used to be everywhere. People used to smoke all the time. It used to be in movies, and there used to be adverts, you know, at the end of the day, you got to smoke that cigarette. And, you know, they do all that old style of singing and tell you to smoke your cigarettes and act like it was good for you. And then they would bury all of the research in the beginning that said, no, this is really terrible for you. And again, it's the interest of money, like, that is pushing the motive. And that's why I think it's so damaging, because, like, when tobacco is profitable, that's all they're going to do. They're going to promote their products. If someone goes, wait a minute, tobacco, we think it's bad, then they close down those arguments, you know, they smear people, or they create their own research that says actually it's good. And I'm sure you can find documentaries about the tobacco industry. It's crazy. Like, there are literally, like, some studies in the 40s or 50s or whatever that said tobacco, you know, is great for you, makes you live longer, because they paid researchers pretty much to say this stuff, you know. They would sell out their credibility to serve the interests of the tobacco industry, because they would get paid to do it. X, please start your own country, says Thomas. I don't think I'm going to do that. Jeez. Alcohol has killed more than 9/11, but 9/11 and terrorists are the bad guys in the eyes of America, says Anabascus. Well, good and bad guys, villains and stuff is a way of oversimplifying the world. I kind of look at it like bad guys are created in society. But yeah, you're right. A lot of terrorism is fear. If you don't watch mainstream media, you'll have a lot less fear and anxiety in your life, because you won't constantly hear these stories of terrorists and stuff. And the reality is, the amount of people that killed a year from terrorism is, you know, you're more likely to be bitten by a shark. Things like that. You should be more scared of getting on a helicopter or a plane. But that's not the way people think. And learning about how people think with numbers is another crazy thing, like how we perceive risk is all interesting. Yeah, oh, just so much I could talk about right now. Shrekna says terrorist kills on purpose. So does a shark. A shark's purpose is to eat. The point is that Like I personally see terrorism, especially in America, like this, is that it creates a motivation to fuel the military complex. Like, because you can say, well, this doesn't happen more because, you know, we have a huge military presence. And they sort of might be right. I don't know. It's hard to make sense of all of this craziness. But to me, it feels like fear-mongering, because I've never known anyone who's been directly affected by terrorism. Yet you know people who have, you know, died of heart disease and lung cancer. Like, cancer should be on our mind. Like, cancer should be the real enemy. Oh, how many lives has cancer taken? Like, you got to put things into perspective sometimes. I don't know. If someone's saying thumbnail material, I haven't really thought about what my next thumbnail would be, but that is a glorious one, isn't it? I actually think I might go with that now. What I was thinking of doing with this one was like a nice close-up of a shulker and calling it shulker box farming, because this stream and the last one is the beginning of the end of the next episode, because it's all about shulker farming. So everything we learned in our first stream I made into a tips video, and then like at the end of it I want to be like, hey, here's all the stuff that we got. Sir Gillian says you can't avoid terrorists, but you can avoid drinking and driving, etc. Well, you can avoid terrorism by not going into countries and disrupting them, and, you know, having false wars to gain assets like oil. Because a lot of the terrorism we're experiencing now is the backlash of the intervention from after 9/11. And then 9/11 you can say is a backlash, like, you know, if America goes into a country and bombs it with its drones in the sky and puts troops on the ground, and even if the intention is good, like, the fact is so many civilians got, like, the Iraq war is like 90% civilian death and casualty, and then it's like 2% British, 8% American. It's technically genocide. It's technically an act of genocide, statistically speaking, and that is fertile breeding ground for terrorism, for people who have, you know, grown up with their parents being killed and their communities being destroyed by the conflict there, to listen to ideas of America is our enemy. It's like that's what creates it, like this constant conflict we have to disarm and diffuse, and it seems like it just constantly whirls around and continuously gets worse. Shrekness says it's too bad that science helped us to kill people. Do you know what? We've been killing people for a long time. It seems to be in our nature that conflict is always around. I'd like to think we could do better than it, but since the dawn of time, people have found ways to kill each other. I mean, the guillotine, like beheadings, that would have been done in a community town had you grown up in that time and era, and it's bizarre. Zapanea says opinions on Fidel Castro. Honestly, I don't really know too much about him, other than I've heard that he's a nasty man or whatever. I really don't know too much at all about Fidel Castro. Jay Connor says, wow, logged on terrorism. Yeah, I know, it's been a deep one. And Coca-Cola says, come on, let's talk about something else now. Well, it just happens sometimes we do a deep stream. But I'm going to end it here because my voice is getting tired. So, that's not what I'm expecting today, to do a deep stream, but I want to say a massive thank you to everyone for coming by. Thank you to all of you who subscribed and resubscribed. Thanks to everyone who cheered and donated, and thanks to all of the people in chat hanging out, and all of you that didn't type in chat. It's all good. But what we're going to do right now is do a raid, so don't go anywhere. Do not go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. No, don't click it. I'm serious now. We're going to raid our buddy Hypno. He's probably not going to be streaming for too much longer, but he's the only... Oh, Zul'jin was hosting me. I must have missed that earlier. Thank you, Zul'jin. I doubt he's here. He's probably busy recording amazing videos. Right, let's go and host Hypno. Thank you everyone for watching. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.